Let's talk about one of the most common questions I get from sellers. Should I price my home higher just to see what happens? It sounds tempting, and most people think, what's the harm? If they really want the house, they'll write an offer. But the truth is, starting too high can hurt your chances at getting top dollar. So let me explain why. First impressions in real estate are everything. The moment your house hits the market, you get the biggest burst of attention, and that's your golden window. Those first 1 to 2 weeks are when buyers are watching new listings very closely. If you're priced too high, a lot of buyers will scroll right past it, and once that initial wave of interest is gone, it's hard to get it back. You can have all the fancy marketing in the world, but the majority of the time, this is not going to sell your home. It's the price. The price is the marketing. Another factor a lot of sellers don't consider is that buyers almost always use price filters when they're shopping. For example, let's say that your house is worth $500,000, but you want to list it at $550,000 just to test the waters. Buyers who are looking up to $500,000, which could be your perfect buyer, may not even see the home because it doesn't pop up in their search results. Ultimately, that means fewer showings, fewer offers, and less leverage when it comes to negotiating. When a home sits on the market for too long, it develops a reputation. Buyers start wondering, what's wrong with the home? Why is it still sitting? Even if there's absolutely nothing wrong and it's just overpriced, this perception can hurt you. And here's the kicker. Even when you reduce the price, buyers still might hesitate and come in with a lower offer thinking they might get a deal. Here's a perfect example to show you that the longer the home sits, the perceived value goes down. The highest sales price usually occurs within those first 4 weeks of listing. After 4 weeks, buyer activity drops and the perceived value of the home also starts to dip. Buyers see all those price reductions and then they start to wonder what's wrong with the home. Once you rack up those days on market, buyers have the leverage and use it to negotiate further on the price or even cover some of their closing costs. Let's say that you do find a buyer to pay your higher price. Sounds great, right? Well, we still have to pass the appraisal. If the home doesn't appraise at the contract price, the buyer's lender may not approve the full loan amount. That means one of two things happens. Now you have to drop the price, or the buyer walks away and you've lost valuable time. Neither of those options will help you get top dollar. Overpricing doesn't just slow things down, it can actually net you less money in the end. Homes that start too high end up chasing the market with multiple price cuts. By the time they sell, they've lost that early excitement and usually end up selling for less than if they had been priced correctly the first time. The key strategy here is to price your home accurately and competitively from the start. A well-priced home creates excitement, attracts buyers, and could even bring you multiple offers, which is exactly how you drive the final price up. When you price right, you create momentum. Buyers see the value, they act quickly, and that competition is what helps you walk away with the highest sales price. Moral of the story is, I don't determine the price, the seller doesn't determine the price, the market is what determines the price. Listen to your real estate professional, focus on the data that's presented to you, analyze your competition, and determine with your agent what the best strategy is to get top dollar in your market. Whether you're just curious about what your home could sell for, or you want to make sure you start off on the right foot, I'm here to help you every step of the way. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel for more. If I can answer any of your questions, please leave them down below.